After the major successes of Fortnite videos to grace this channel, simply due to the fact that YouTube just really wanted me to play it, I figured that it's try to do something different. And by something different, I mean can play the exact same franchise but a different game. Earlier this month, PUBG entered its free-to-play status, so now I don't have to spend $20 on it at some point. However, there has been some strangeness that has surrounded this game, mainly it being a massive cheating and hacking fest because it doesn't have any kind of form of anti-cheat systems, much like how Fortnite and Back 4 Blood do, as an example. The game was also not really getting a lot of bug fixes, and it was overall pretty poorly optimized. However, for the sake of this video, I'm not going to gloat over it, more because I didn't actually encounter any of these things during this video, but it is still there, trust me. So with that, it's time to get in the game that helped spawn the entirety of Fortnite Battle Royale, the Kickstarter and fuel for the fire, quite literally, that brought along the modern Battle Royale game. It's time for PUBG, PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. I don't end up showing it in this video for some reason, but I'll be running with a mixture of mostly medium settings, with the minor ones, like shadows, set to low. This game runs surprisingly well, so who knows, maybe I'll up it in the future. This game has some pretty strange lobby music, including tracks such as Land, Loot, Survive, Tego, Unknown, Trick or Treat, and Believe. And most likely, they're all DMCA-able, so there's no music today. However, today you can't subscribe, because only a small percentage of people who watch my videos are actually subscribed. So if you end up liking this video, consider subscribing. It's free, and you can always unsubscribe. Also, this game has a lot of controls. Like literally a lot. I feel like I'm playing World of Warcraft again, because that's how many controls there are. Let's just give you an idea. There are some interesting options in this menus, like, for example, live stream screens, compass background, and TPP. Because it's a PP, I guess. I don't know. We then make our nickname, because apparently it tells me that I can't put my full name, even though I can. Strange. Anyway, this guy is hideous. Oh my god, somebody call a transplanter. The first complaint I have is that this character customizer is kind of a bit limited. Like, for example, why can't I make this guy buff? Or why can't I change his body shape? Or something like that. Anyways, we then get told to do some training before we can actually get into real online matches. So, for the sake of the video, we won't be doing online matches, because apparently, it's confirmed, later on after the video, I did do some testing, and yes, it's a cheating fest. So we're probably not going to last more than 5 seconds. And come on, you want a good video, right? Also, why is this a shop item? I'm gonna be honest. Also, can I smash this? Also, second female here that I could smash with a shovel so I could win the game. Yeah, stopped you from thinking weird. We go through the tutorial at a pretty basic pace. Although I will say that the button mappings from the get-go are pretty weird. So I have no idea what this company was smoking, but let's just be honest. This game's set in Russia, I think, or something like that, so they were smoking quite a lot of weed. We then help this guy, who apparently can't get up. Although I question how much he got paid to do this, but no one knows. Once that's done, we can then hop into an AI match and complete some training drills, which we'll need to do in order to be able to get into online matches. So, let's get into it. There's some weird AIs in this lobby, some with green suits on, maybe a chicken suit. There's, like, man, AIs have gotten pretty dumb if they were into this stuff, let's be honest. Also, let me ask you a question. If it lags really hard when people are hopping off the party bus in Fortnite, then explain to me why it isn't lagging here when the same thing is happening. Epic, I want an answer soon. I then make the terrible mistake of landing towards the top of the map, which will soon be horrifying as the blue zones of death move pretty quickly towards their inner circle. I then proceed to rob several houses in my search for guns, gear, and other valuables. But don't worry, the residents weren't home, because we're in like Russia or something, so why would they be home when they're probably planning on like nuclear war or smoking like literally several pounds of weed or something? I continue to loot more houses, and to my surprise, the police haven't been called yet. I mean, I guess it's like abandoned Russia, so it makes sense. Hearing gunshots around me, I then make a break out of this town and head west, only for them to then head south and then get caught in the bad zone and begin to lose health. Luckily, unlike Fortnite as an example, this game settles its damage in the bad zone in terms of phases. So the first phase you'll take less health, and the later phases you'll take more. So I ended up carrying onwards, knowing full well that I wasn't gonna die. I then stopped to heal once on my journey and found this orange car that honestly kinda looks like it's from the 60s, maybe from like a Fallout game, and then got to safety. I then make my way to this nearby island and just choose to stay there. Now this is how you piss off your viewers. I stayed on this island for pretty much the remainder of the game, looking for people, as well as exploring. Eventually I ended up going to the top of this hill and picked up this supply crate. And now I'm, for whatever reason, part of the bush people. Or maybe I'm lizard folk, whichever one you call it. After a while, the final 2 bots showed up, and one literally committed suicide in the barrier, and the other I shot and killed on sight. And there you have it, I won, which is to be expected. Rise up, lizard folk, take back our lands, that being this one island in Russia, yeah! To conclude, I honestly enjoyed this game. I mean, heck, I enjoyed it so much that I ended up playing a second game after I finished recording, won again, and got 10 kills. I've always had a soft spot for this game since its initial release many years ago. However, as mentioned earlier, there are things that I didn't cover, like online multiplayer, which is now known for cheaters and hacking and many other things. Personally speaking, I choose not to include it because, I mean, you want a decent video, but more so because people just have their own opinions, and I'm mainly judging this game based off of any of those things being removed. Aside from this though, it's a pretty straightforward, out-of-the-box experience, unlike something like Fortnite where there's a lot of other major things that you have to focus on. And so for now, I'll leave it at that. My name's PandaPowerSauce, remember to stay saucy, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.